Have you ever been told to go to school, get a job, and get married? Yeah, bro, I get it. Most men are told that the purpose of life is getting a woman who admires, respects you, loves you, and all that good stuff. It's corny, I know, for sure. It sounds great, but guess what? Modern women are not even trained to be such a partner. They're trained to pursue things men don't want in women, such as combativeness, aggression, and etc. The nuclear family idea is pretty much gone as governments push the feminist narrative, convincing women to climb the corporate ladder, study male-dominated degrees, and do anything men do just for the sake of competing against men. Is there any room for cooperation between the sexes? Barely. And if a woman succeeds in being a cooperative partner, society will shame her because she's been apparently brainwashed. The result? Multiple women out there, tons of hoes, and no wives.
Men are wondering why aren't men wanting to get married these days? Why are men not even approaching me and talking to me anymore? Why are men checking out completely? Look at the risk reward of getting into a relationship with a woman, potentially for a family and kids. You know, if you want to sleep around and just hoe it up as a dude, and salute, brother, go handle business. The game ends the same for us.
Is that enough?
Can you find happiness? Can you find happiness and joy? For some men, it's great. But I think every man on a deeper level yearns for a family, yearns for that dream, like a woman that's supportive, nurturing.
Deep down, men are repulsed by hoes and instead want women who offer purity, submission, homemaking skills, and the like. Men don't ask for much, but women are not even willing to learn what it takes to become what men look for. Plus, the risks of marrying a woman are huge, whereas the rewards are nowhere to be found. In today's video, we're delving into why men don't want to get married anymore and look into things beyond the mere idea of divorce. This goes well beyond moolah. It's a matter of freedom. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to another godless heathen. He said, "They were once the younger women decades ago and snickered at the older women. Now the shoe is on the other foot. Boo-hoo." If that ain't the truth, well said. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever.
Marriage is on the decline, and it's a scary thought. For modern women, men imagine dating a woman for years, cohabiting, and giving the relationship their all without him ever having to put a ring on it. They want the kids, the house, and the intimacy that goes along with being married, but according to new research, a lot of young men just don't want the wife. No matrimony, no wedding dress, and no big celebration with family and friends. Look, men are hardworking for the most part and don't want to get a loan just for a goddamn wedding and a white dress. Plus, the wedding dress that signifies purity has been utilized as a way for women to feel pure for a day after years of promiscuity. So to say the least, it's blasphemy. Religion aside, men are seeing through the hypocrisy and not buying into narratives that benefit women, the state, and destroy the entire male gender. Let's look at some of the reasons why men refuse to get married these days, and I'm sure you'll agree with at least one or two. The first one is an obvious change in morality and social pressures, including those stemming from religious expectations, which have played a significant role in the changing attitudes towards marriage. In the past, religious institutions held considerable influence over societal norms and values, including the emphasis on marriage as a sacred institution, and a huge emphasis on modesty, purity, and all that good stuff. However, over time, the influence of organized religion has waned, leading to a decreased emphasis on adhering to religious expectations regarding marriage. One reason for this decline is the erosion of trust in religious institutions. Scandals involving religious leaders, instances of abuse, and controversies surrounding the interpretation of religious teachings have shaken people's faith and trust in religious authorities. These incidents have highlighted the fallibility of religious institutions and have led many individuals to question the relevance and validity of traditional religious teachings, including those related to marriage. Additionally, the misinterpretation of Holy Scriptures has also contributed to the shift in attitudes towards marriage. Religious texts contain passages that are subject to different interpretations. Some interpretations have historically upheld quote-unquote patriarchal norms and gender roles, reinforcing the idea that marriage is the primary purpose and duty of individuals as well as the leadership of men. This last point is interesting because if you think about it, in reality, powerful kings had a rock-solid discipline and maybe a loyal woman who followed his lead without talking about her selfish emotions. Some kings conquered lands, others led their people to misery and degeneracy. Women like Jezebel are still out there. If you know, you know. Sadly, as society has moved towards individual autonomy and the worship of women's feelings, religious interpretations are increasingly being questioned and rejected.
Why good men don't marry girlfriends?
I would be doing more of those things.
So what you're saying is, I have to marry you, make you my wife, in order for you to start doing wife things.
I mean, I'm just a girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Shrika, do you want to marry me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you a provider, a protector, you watch out for me, I love you. Why would I not want to marry you?
I appreciate that, and I love you too. So what you're saying to me is, those are the things you want your husband to do?
Yes.
So you see your husband in me?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the things I'm doing right now, even though I'm not your husband, you want your husband to do. And the crazy thing is, that's just who I am. Not because this is what I feel like I have to do. I do it because that's who Jeremy is. I'm already a husband. I'm just not your husband yet.
The second reason why men don't want to get married is simply mob, aka money over bitches. Shout out to T.I. The idea of prioritizing career over romantic pursuits is not exclusive to men, but it is a mindset that most guys adopt to achieve their personal and professional aspirations. The motto, "Chase excellence, not women," reflects the belief that focusing on personal growth, professional success, and self-fulfillment should take precedence over actively seeking out romantic relationships or hookups for that matter. This mindset emphasizes the importance of personal development and the pursuit of one's goals as the foundation for a fulfilling life, free of bad chicks who can drain not only your wallets, but also your energy. Choosing to prioritize a career does not mean completely disregarding relationships or devaluing the role of companionship. It simply means that men who adopt this mindset believe that investing time and energy into their professional endeavors will ultimately lead to personal fulfillment and success. They may see their careers as a means to achieve financial stability, personal growth, and a sense of purpose. And as you know, trying to make a woman happy is pretty much impossible, and let's not even talk about dealing with the legal system that favors women in most cases. In fact, concerns about the potential risks associated with marriage, such as the fear of losing all they have worked for due to divorce, can also influence men's decision to prioritize their careers. Divorce can lead to significant financial implications, including the division, or rather expropriation, of assets, alimony, and child support. These concerns, combined with the awareness of high divorce rates and the potential loss of personal freedom and autonomy, may make some men hesitant to commit to marriage. It is essential to note that this mindset is not universal, and different individuals have varying priorities and values. While some may prioritize their careers, others may find a balance between their personal and professional lives or prioritize relationships and family. It is a matter of personal choice and what aligns with an individual's values and aspirations. However, men are finally waking up and putting themselves first. Women put themselves first, so good for them. But men do the same as if their life was a business.
Women are incentivized to basically, there's such a major financial incentive for women to get divorced. As soon as there's even a hint of unhappiness, and look, as a man, you should never sign a contract with someone who is rewarded for breaking it. No sane, informed man would or should sign that contract. As a businessman, it is one of the worst contracts you could possibly sign in your entire life.
Does that make sense for you as far as like why divorce is inherently more risky for men?
I just feel like you're saying because women tend to be the person who initiates a divorce, correct?
Yes.
That's why it's riskier for men, but why do women tend to end divorces? With successful men that have money, they cheat.
She said it earlier.
They do all these things that women don't want to put up with.
She said it earlier. It's
so
a feeling.
why?
Feelings change from day to day.
Yeah. So I could have been in love with the person at the moment, but if that person is no longer treating me well just because we're married, I have to say no.
That's the point.
Because he can't be a good husband.
So as a man,
that's all I'm asking.
If I marry you and you decide, you know what, he's not the guy I thought he was anymore, I'm leaving. You take half my stuff, and maybe.
So is there no risk without reward?
So what's
you married me, right?
No. So once again, this is why
you wanted to marry me.
Don't want to get married.
You loved me enough that it would be worth it to you to marry me and take the risk.
Hold on, stop the show. You just basically admitted it with your own words. Why guys don't get married?
Where are the incentives? I don't see them anywhere, and you don't either, right? Obvious facts aside, let's check the next reason, which is marriage as a synonym for male oppression. The fear of losing freedom and autonomy can be a significant factor for some men when considering marriage. They may prioritize their personal freedom, hobbies, and independence, and fear that entering into a marital commitment will restrict their lifestyle and require them to make significant changes and compromises. Men cherish freedom and they wish for conquest, but having a modern woman by your side is, to say the least, a huge problem. For some men, their freedom allows them to pursue their passions, hobbies, and personal interests without the constraints of a committed relationship. They may enjoy the flexibility of making independent decisions, managing their time according to their own preferences, and maintaining a level of spontaneity in their lives. If they want to hang out with the bros, they can do it without any pesky wife asking where he's at. Marriage, in their perception, may require them to sacrifice some of these aspects and adapt to a more structured and interconnected life. Financial considerations also play a role in the fear of compromises. Marriage often involves merging finances and taking on shared responsibilities, including paying for the most expensive dish on the menu. Yeah, some women do use men like this. Some men may worry about the potential financial implications, such as shouldering the burden of supporting a family or the risk of a spouse mismanaging their finances. These concerns can lead to a reluctance to enter into a legal and financial commitment like marriage. Setting strong boundaries and protecting one's freedom does not imply a complete avoidance of relationships or a disregard for the well-being of others. It means men recognize the importance of self-care, personal growth, and maintaining a healthy balance between their individual needs and the demands of a relationship. It is essential to establish boundaries that allow for personal fulfillment and growth within the context of a relationship. If the woman calls you insecure because you don't want her in the club, she's free to quit the relationship and get ran through, but she better not come back after riding the carousel. However, it is important to note that healthy relationships involve mutual respect, communication, and compromise, which women are not willing to offer. While setting boundaries is important, it is also necessary to be open to growth, understanding, and accommodating the needs and desires of one's partner. Women, though, only think of their feelings and even call men oppressors for asking for simple things. Building a strong relationship requires finding a balance between personal freedom and the willingness to make compromises that benefit both parties.
Would you get married, or are you married?
I was married, yes. Separated for the last 2 years, nearly 3. Went nicely. We went ways. Yeah, amazing man, amazing, awesome guy.
Did you initiate the divorce?
I did, yes, because I fall in love with somebody else, and I knew there's nothing that we can work on anymore, and there's my part is somebody else.
Wait a minute. So hang on, so you had an amazing man.
Yeah.
And what you had an affair?
No.
But you found someone else.
I didn't found it, just happened, you know.
Nothing just happens, man.
Well, there you go. Everything happens for the reason, so that must be a reason.
Where was he? So, like, how did you meet the other guy?
So we moved in Canada, and that was like I think after 6 months later.
Well, no, I'm saying like you had to meet him somehow, like at work.
Yeah.
You met another guy at work.
Yeah.
And then you fell in love with the other guy.
Yeah.
But you didn't cheat. You're saying it was like an emotional thing.
Yeah.
And then you realized you're in love with him.
Yeah.
And are you still with the other guy?
No.
Golly.
So how long were you with the second guy?
For 2 years.
2 years. Looking back, was it worth it?
Of course, because it's a journey. Either we have to learn from our own lessons and our own mistakes, you know. So even like getting married, I love the man, you know, and I always gonna love him because he's.
Did you have children with your husband?
No, I didn't. No.
That sounds toxic, boy.
So.
Which part?
What do you mean? I just explained that like 5 minutes ago. That similar scenario.
But like that's your life approach, you know. That's how you live your life. So everybody, like we all unique, we all different.
Do you think that was? Do you think that was selfish? After you made vows, like you made vows that you're going to be with this guy for the rest of your life, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was selfish what you done?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Do you think it was a mistake?
No.
You're not putting it in different ways. It's the same answer, guys.
So if you're single now?
Yes.
So if you stayed single the rest of your life, would it be a mistake then?
Probably not, because I'm quite happy with myself.
So you feel contempt with how everything's gone on so far?
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
Man.
If I'm speaking from like my perspective, if I was in your position, I'd be like, dang, I should have just stayed with my husband.
Right.
I would be, I don't know, because I want to get married. I want to like have a family, have kids, and just be able to like do the things that I've done with my family, do it with my kids and my husband. And so if I was in that position and like nothing after the divorce worked out and I was like, I left my husband for this. I'm not saying this to like make you feel bad anyway. I'm just saying it from my perspective. If I was it, I'd be distraught.
I'd be running. Please.
I'd be like, please, I'm sorry.
If you don't mind me asking, how did he deal with the divorce? When you came to him and you said, I want a divorce, I found somebody else, how did he deal with that?
He was super supportive. Super supportive.
Yeah,
he's like, man, it's like, it's so pity, because he's like, even before we got married, he's like, I had this feeling that we even like meant to be together, and he said even back then I already thought about divorce, you know. And then he's like, I never said anything, so I thought we're gonna work through it. And then at the end of the day, it still came to that day that now you actually want to get divorced. So he's like, it's kind of mutual feeling, but at the same time, it's like so sad that, you know, we're planning so many different things and we're so good together, you know.
Are you still friends or?
Well, we're kind of friends, but we don't talk anymore.
Translation: he's a backup plan for when she's lonely and no man really wants to put a ring on her finger. All in all, men are done with modern women and the institution of marriage as a whole. Losing your freedom, money, and peace of mind is not it. And these modern women don't deserve none of what you worked so hard for. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.